Hello, this is a case study for a Google search PPC campaign for a logistics trucking company. So we're going to review the campaign strategy, the campaign settings, what keyword strategy we used, what are the ads, the conversion tracking. But first, let's talk about the numbers. So we've been running this since March 1 and today is May 15. As you can see, that we have been getting consistent results with the campaign. We are getting leads. So far, we've got 48 leads from this campaign. We've got 1.86K, 1,800 plus clicks. And I must tell you, this is a nationwide campaign, so the conversion rate will be lower than local campaigns. This is nationwide. So we have to keep in mind that we will get a lot of clicks from a lot of different areas. Obviously, the average cost per click will be way cheaper than any local campaign. But yeah, the conversion rate will be also lower than usual. So we've spent over 3,000, as you can see, 3.25K. This is the cost per conversion. And that's again, counting from March 1 till May 15. All right. So looking at the campaign settings, again, we are covering the entire US. And as you can see, it has a really low budget. And it's a real struggle to make campaigns work with $50 a day, especially on Google, especially on today's market. But yeah, it's saying limited by budget. We have actually went to maximize conversions. It was running on maximize clicks, but that's not a sustainable strategy. That's why we moved to maximize conversions, and we've already set up a target CPA of 48, right? So looking at the location, it's targeting the entire United States. We are not really limiting it to any state right now. We are trying to analyze what areas do we get most traffic from, or what areas do we get most leads from, more importantly. But looking at the campaign structure, if we go to the ad groups, again, if you've watched my content on YouTube, or if you know about, if you know anything about my campaign strategy for Google, you know that I break down keywords depending on their intent into multiple ad groups, right? So liquid transport ad group only has keywords based on liquid transport or liquid tanker trucking, liquid tankers, same thing for 3PL logistics. And also, I do not ever use broad match keywords, no matter what, because broad match keywords are near impossible to control because you get a lot of clicks. Most of these clicks are irrelevant. That's why I always go with phrase match and exact match keywords, as you can see here. So we are constantly working on the campaign, trying to improve it every day. But yeah, these are the other ad groups. There's no point in going through all these. Going to the ads, again, the rule of thumb I use is basically every ad group should have 2 ads. But you can see we are constantly adding other ads as well. The status, the health of the ad must be always excellent. So if we go to any of these, we should be able to see that the ad health is excellent. That's one way to keep our CTR really high and have a decent quality score as well. So yeah, that's basically it for the ads. This part will be blurred because I don't want to give away any client information. But yeah, the ads will basically have really catchy headlines, really catchy descriptions, so people feel motivated to click on our ads, not our competitors. Looking at the conversion tracking, so if we go to goals, we are, again, just like my other campaigns, we are tracking multiple things here. We are tracking phone calls coming in from our landing pages, and we are using dedicated landing pages, by the way. We are not using website, or we don't send traffic from Google Ads to our websites, because that results in low conversion rate, because people easily get distracted when they visit your website. They go to other pages, or the offer that we promote on our search campaigns, that's not really reflected on websites or web pages. That's why we always use the dedicated landing pages. Sometimes we use Go High Level, sometimes we use Cloud Code. It all depends on the situation and the client, really. So we are tracking phone calls from our ads. We are tracking phone calls from the landing page. So if someone visits our landing page and then click on the ad, that's also being tracked. Obviously, forms is something that we track, and these are all primary conversions. And finally, what made this campaign work is literally the volume. The amount of clicks we are getting is the winning strategy, or the key to having a winning campaign. Like these are 48 leads we got so far, and the cost per lead, like for each lead, we are spending about like $67 or $68, let's say. If we even get like half of these sales, or maybe 20 or 30% sales, we are not only breaking even, but also making a huge profit, because it's a tanker trucking company. So if you have any idea on that, you know how easy it is for us to make profit based on 48 leads. All right. So again, since we're running a nationwide campaign, it's really easy for us to get leads, or it's really easy for us to keep the cost per conversion, below 100 or below, I don't know, like 75 with that amount of clicks that we're generating. So on that note, that's basically the case study, and speak soon.